Hello everybody. How is it going? Welcome to the Planet Zoo stream. Today we are in Forever Green Wildlife Refuge. We worked on this a little bit in the previous Planet Zoo stream. It has been about 2 weeks since we streamed Planet Zoo. I was on a bit of a hiatus. It was Labor Day weekend and I went on a nice hiking trip, and then after that my sister came to visit, and then I got really behind in school, so it's just been some catch up. But we are back in now, and today we are going to do a little bit more construction in the zoo. So if you didn't get to see the first episode that was posted on my YouTube channel, I talked more about what it was that my plans were for this zoo. So this zoo is part of a Let's Build, Let's Play series on YouTube, and I'm using the live streams to do a lot of the construction because I'm doing more of like a speed build, stop go kind of style of videos. So we're mostly just going to be doing building and stuff in here, not really so much playing. So just to kind of give you guys a rundown of what it was that I wanted to do. This is going to be a smaller zoo. There is going to be a cap of where I want to stop, just so that I know. We're only going to have 20 animals in the zoo and approximately 16 habitats with those animals, because we're going to have some together. So we're going to have a kangaroo and koala exhibit, so they're going to be together. We're going to have zebras and giraffes together. We're going to have tapir and anteaters together. There's going to be a Bengal tiger exhibit, a dingo exhibit, a wild dogs exhibit, crocodiles, lions, turtles, a reptile bug house. Elephants are going to have their own. We're also going to have the orangutans, the lemurs. We're going to have both lemurs together in the same exhibit. Gorillas, the cassowary, and the red pandas. And that's going to round out the zoo. We actually have a park map, which I'm really excited to show you guys. I got a little carried away. I was bored one night and thought, I was like thinking in my head all these things that I wanted to build, and I was worried that I was going to get over ambitious and then get to a point where I'm like, there's too many things that I want to do, so and then I just like stopped playing. So I went ahead and made like an entire little map, and this is essentially the kind of map you would see like if you went to a zoo and they gave you the maps to walk around, or they had it like on a billboard. So I'm going to show that to you guys. So this is the Forever Green Wildlife Refuge map. So as you can see, we are down here. We just have the entrance and that shop built. And then we have all of these things, and I have a little bit color coded. So there are 4 areas to the park. There are, so they're the herbivores, there is the reptiles, then there's the primates, and there's the carnivores. So those are the 4 sections, and the animals are kind of clumped together so that those animals are all together in the zoo. And give me one second. We're going to put the carnivores towards the back of the zoo. I just felt like that made more sense. People want to see the carnivores. They're kind of like the high ticket items, so I want to put those towards the back of the zoo so people will walk through the zoo. Herbivores are, kind of high ticket items as well, but I feel like people are more inclined to see like the tigers and stuff. So the tigers, the dingoes, the wild dogs, and the lions are all going to be in the very back of the zoo. I'll show you the map again. All those yellow ones, they're going to be towards the very back, as you can see. Then over to the side, so if you're coming from the zoo, oh, we're kind of blurry here. Can we get this to focus? Whoa. So, if you're walking into the zoo, so after you enter the entrance, this whole side of the zoo will be herbivores. So we're going to have the kangaroo and koalas, the tapirs and anteaters, the cassowaries, the red panda, elephants, and the zebra giraffes. Then if you go off to the side a little bit, we're going to have the crocodiles, the turtles, and the bug building. So all the reptiles and bugs will be there. Then we'll have the gorillas, orangutans, and lemurs together in like a really dense jungle kind of climbing area. So there'll be a lot more elevated paths for people to go up and stuff and things like that. And then towards the back, we will have the carnivores, we will have a bunch of areas that are going to be set up sort of like amphitheaters, so people can sit and watch shows. I would assume that our zoo would have shows like once a day or twice a day in each area. So like there's a huge amphitheater for the herbivores area. That way if the elephants needed to come on stage for whatever reason. There's also going to be an amphitheater by the reptiles. And then there will be a nice amphitheater back by the carnivores, because I want this zoo to sort of be like an educational zoo. So it's a wildlife refuge. The animals that come into the zoo are being rescued or rehabilitated, so I want people to come here for educational purposes. So like this would be a place that teachers would take their students on field trips and stuff like that. So there's lots of areas to watch these shows where the zookeepers can inform you on, you know, the different rehabilitation efforts and things like that. There's also going to be a transport ride, which I have marked down to try and get it to go. I think it goes through almost every single exhibit and gets a pretty good thing. There's also going to be some areas for education that aren't animals. They are plant-based. So we have an area that focuses on the eucalyptus trees. There is an area that's a botanical garden towards the back. And there's a few more little pockets of areas where I want to have like plants and things for people to learn about, you know, different global warming and things like that. Outside of the park, we are going to have 2 hotels and a campground. And then I also want to try and include a lot of backstage. I have it set up now where we can have a couple nurseries, and the road will go all the way around the outside of the zoo. So if you take a look again, you can see that gray road that goes all the way around the back of the zoo. And that is connected to all the nurseries as well as all of the animal houses for each exhibit. So that is the plan I have for that. So today we are working in this area still. So this is the entrance plaza. So we're going to try and get some of this stuff down so we can kind of get a gist of what's going on. We might not actually build anything today. I think it's mostly just going to be kind of preliminary planning and maybe just kind of blocking out where it is that I want buildings, as opposed to actually trying to construct some of these buildings. So let's get this weather out of here. I mean, I really enjoy this weather, but we are going to make it nice and clear weathered while we're building. So this is the entrance building. We built this in the last live stream, and if you want to see the process of building that, you can check out the video on my YouTube channel, the first episode of the Forever Green Wildlife Refuge series, and it goes through each step of the building process to kind of show you what it was that I was planning and thinking of. So yeah, I mean, it's looking really cool. I really like it. And we also have this nice shop here, which we built in a live stream when the game first released the Australia pack, just kind of playing with the pieces and seeing what was going on. So yeah, there we are. And we have 2 food things here for people to come and eat. It doesn't look like we're going to have too many people in the zoo just yet because there's no animals. The first exhibit we'll probably end up doing is over here. And that, by looking at this map, is going to be kangaroos and koalas. I think they do need quite a large exhibit. So if we head up in here to the Zoopedia and we look at the kangaroos, let's see how much space the kangaroos need. They need 3,500 square feet. So that's kind of big. They need grade 3 and it needs to be 9 feet tall, or almost 10 feet tall. So, and then I would assume, let's go look at the koalas. There we go. They don't need that much space, they need climbing space. Yeah, they are climbers. So we're probably going to have an area of the exhibit that is like a nice like watering hole with some trees and stuff for them to climb on, and then we'll have a lot more open space for them. So I'm just going to mark out a very, very basic placement of where I want these things to be. I'm just going to use wood for now. So I want the exhibit for this to be over here, probably, like, so when you're sitting here and relaxing, you can see this huge Australian themed exhibit that's like really nice and open. So I'm gonna throw down these barriers just so that we can see just about how much space. That's really loud. I'm sorry, guys. So we do something like that. Now, where does this road go? So this road is gonna go this road is gonna turn. Okay, so we have a nice straight spot there. Can we make these curved? Or do these ones need to be straight? I would like to have curved bits so everything's a little bit more organic. So which one of these can turn? Oh, we can use a null barrier for now. So let's make this nice and long. And I'm just gonna kind of throw this around with the shape that I have. We need to leave some space for this road to come around the back. And it looks like this floor plan that I have here is going to be a little bit off, but that's okay. So then this is going to come up like this. Kind of curve around like this. Do like a little pocket there. I think that works pretty good. We're supposed to have a hotel, but I think the hotel is going to end up being over here. So let's see how big that is, square footage wise. And it's going to be quite large. Alright, how big is this? Yeah. That is huge. Way bigger than what they need. But I definitely think it works. I don't know how we're gonna get it to where they don't escape, because I don't really want it to look like they're in habitats. I really want you to feel like you're out here and you're looking, you know, like that. I want it to look like that, like just open. So I don't know how we're gonna do that, but so now that we got this exhibit kind of drawn out, I like this shape. I think it's kind of cool. I like this little pocket jumped out area. Over here is probably where like the koala area is gonna mostly be. I want water in this exhibit, so I think we're gonna do a little bit of terrain work. Just to kind of plop down where try and make it shallow. Let's use sand instead, because I don't want the edges of this lake to have like those really steep peaks. Like a lot of people, when they build like lakes and rivers in the game, they have like really steep edges of the lakes. So we'll do something like that. And make it look a little bit more natural. I think that looks pretty good. And then we can just throw some water in here. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, you see how like way more smooth that is, like heading into the water? And it's pretty deep. So they'll be able to swim and hang out there. I'm gonna go into this exhibit and I'm gonna turn all of these null barriers into the woods now. Just so that we can see the barriers as we're playing. And these are probably gonna get tweaked a lot throughout like the game. I'm actually gonna tweak this right now. I want this to be straight. And then we'll use a null barrier to curve that. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then we're gonna take that and make it that. I think that looks kind of cool. And that way they won't be on the main path. They'll kind of have to go back here to get like a nice view. I think that's kind of cool. So that's a nice sized exhibit. Now the nurse, the building for this, where the animals can go in at night in case they need to, is going to be also attached to the cassowary exhibit. And that is where we're also gonna have a nursery. So let's get this road in here because the road is kind of what defines this. So let's get path. This needs to be shorter. We need to make it wider. There we go. So we're gonna turn this here and I want it to attach. Can we get it to snap alongside these barriers? Yes. So we'll do that. Yes, and then the road would turn off and follow the back of this barrier. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. So that goes around there. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so that goes around there, and then right at this tip here is where the building for the nursery is gonna be. So I'm just gonna throw some walls down really quick. There's some very basic shapes. Oh wow, I didn't realize how big this building was. So this is gonna look like one building, but it's going to be interesting. That is not on the grid. Oh, that is way better. I want this building to look like it's one building, but it's going to be split. So the cassowaries can come in on one side and be fed and washed and whatever they need, like done. And then the other side will be for the kangaroos and the koalas. So what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to take this bit out. And I want to do something like this. We're going to take that out as well. Let me get this to snap. Can we make you a little bit shorter? Yes. And then I'll use the null. Oh yeah, I like that. There we go. A little bit more of a shape there. So we gotta make sure we're saving as we go. So this is 9 is before we did anything. So we're gonna save this as 2. Yes. And then I'm gonna load 9. This is gonna be a little bit confusing for you guys, but this is just how I can, when I save it at different steps so that when I go back to do the episode, I'll go to each step and talk through what it was that I was doing and the ideas that I had, and then we'll go to the next step and look at it and stuff like that. But step 9 was the end of the last build, so step 9 is where we began this live stream. So I need step 9 to become step 1, and step 2 was when we just got the boundaries in. So I'm just gonna wait for this to load. Yeah, so you'll see. This is where we were. Let's just turn off the weather. So I'm gonna click Save Zoo as Forever Green 1. And then we're gonna load Forever Green 2. There we go. And so now next time and then whatever we do from this point will save us 3, and then whatever we do from that point will save us 4. And that's just how I do my videos. You see that koala there on the save? It's kind of cool. So looking at this map, this is where we are. So here is going to have a building, and there's also going to be a nursery on this side. So I'm just trying to think how we would do that. Let's do a little bit of construction. So there's gonna be a bit of a parking lot here as well, so I think I know how we're gonna do this. So let me grab just something. I think, ooh, you know what? For the, all the buildings or whatever, like each habitat will have its own building. I want to use this corrugated iron. Can we change the color of it? Yeah, I want it to be, I would say gray. Like very utilitarian. Yeah. So let's line this up. There we go. I'm gonna plop that. I'm actually gonna have to do it like this, because I want this to line up just like that. Whoa, sorry guys. Still have a new mouse, still working on getting this mouse down. It is way more high tech than I'm used to, so I'm gonna do that. Why is this game so loud? And then we're gonna do something like this based on this picture. Yeah. And that's gonna be a bit of a parking lot for the backstage. And that way if they need to ship any animals in, that's where they'll go. And then this just kind of goes like this. Like that, and then we'll split it off right here. Actually, let's split it off like that, because I would imagine the koalas need a little bit more space. Or the, yeah, the koalas and the kangaroos need a little bit more space. So that is that building there. And we're not building it completely, I think. I just kind of wanted to place it down to see where, if it makes sense in my head. So then I think what we can do is if we exit this building, if we come in here, we can actually erase that and it lines up perfectly. So that's excellent. And then let's see, that's the center. So I want to do something like this. So So there's a nice big door for them to come in and out. We need this piece. Oh, it changed the color. This one. We'll do that. And then we'll grab this piece. Boop, like that. So they have a nice big space to come in. Hello. Let's actually switch this interior wall out for something else. I'm thinking plaster. Ooh, concrete. Let's use concrete. That way it's easy to spray it down and clean it. In case they need to do that. Yeah, that's super cool. And then flooring, I think I want to use cement floors in there just because we want to make sure that they can sanitize it, clean it, spray it down with bleach in case, like, you know, something happens, in case they poop in there and they need to clean it up, or they get in a big fight and there's a lot of blood, like, you know, whatever worst case scenario we can think of. So how are we gonna do this? We need to change the grid height, but this always gets really sketchy when you change the grid height. I think that's it. Okay. We're gonna need to cut this grass, so I'm just gonna throw all this in there. Should we add windows? Like, do you think it makes sense to have windows? Let's go to paint short grass. Nice. It's cement box, but you know, it's I think instead of, can we go in here please? So yeah, we're gonna need to do one of these doors over here. That's what I was just thinking. So the center of this one is off a little bit, so I'm gonna push it more towards the exhibit as opposed to the gate. That's gonna go there. So this is where the cassowaries, is that what that exhibit's gonna be? Yeah, so here, I'll show you where we're building. So this is the park map that I drew. Just show you again. This is the overview of the entire park that I drew. This is the map that I want it to be, and we are working at the very beginning still. We are in the process, so we have the entrance and we have the shop in. We are building the Kangaroo, Koala, and Cassowary. We're building this building right here. That is what we're doing. So I'm just kind of, if you see me glancing over here, that's why I'm just looking at this. So let's get this road in here. Path. Let's do align to grid. Yes. Let me. No. Let's do this. Just gonna erase that for now. Do that. Not path, we need barriers. Let's see, can this go right here? Make that a little bit longer. Perfect. And now we just need that to attach there. So actually, let's try and get this to line up with that. That's as long as we can make it. That's annoying. So let's do half. And then I think that's it. It's pretty straight, I think. That's pretty good. And then we can grab that. I don't know what I just did. Why? Why not? Oh, selected the whole thing. I just want to move this. There we go. So now we can get this road to come through. Yep, just like that. And we're just gonna just have that go on for now. I don't know where that's gonna eventually connect to. So now is gonna be the fun game of trying to get this all to connect up. Do that. There we go. So now we should be able to. Interesting. What size was this? So that's too big. Let's try and remember. 30 feet. What's up? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Ooh. Oh. Let's do that. Perfect. Look at that. So the cars can come in and stuff. So then what we're gonna do is we have those big doors. These bad boys. Let's do position snap. Perfect. Should we change the color of these? What color? What color do you think? How you been? School all good? School is okay. I've been kind of on a hiatus the past 2 weeks. I don't know if you noticed. But I went on a nice hiking trip for Labor Day weekend, and then after I got back, I was so demotivated to do anything. And my sister came to visit, which didn't make it any better either. So I stopped going to class. I didn't do half my work. One thing that made me really upset was physics. I don't know if you remember, you were at the last stream. I was talking about how I failed my physics test. I got a 22% on my physics test, and it really crushed me. Because I've been waiting to study physics for, been working towards studying physics for almost 7 years now, and so it was really discouraging. I'm gonna make these doors black. So I think that looks kind of cool. So it threw me into a really crappy, depressive episode. But yeah, so then I was I'm gonna try and get back into it, and I'm going to really work hard. I'm going to do better on the second test. And I had a study session with one of the learning assistants, just me and him one-on-one. We were studying the material. I felt really confident. I was doing the work with my groups, and I got 38. And I was it's better than the first test, but I'm still I got 38. I don't understand what was happening. So I was really discouraged these past 2 weeks. So I took a really nice break from everything, from school and streaming and video games, and went out to the mountains, and I went and hung out with my sister and saw my nephew. And so it's okay. School has 1 week left. Let's look at the calendar. Exams are on the 28th and the 29th, so about a week left. But then like, they did my semester weird because I split it up into 2 block semesters. So there's 2 8-week semesters in this one semester as opposed to just the full 16 weeks. So this first block ends, and then the next one starts on October 1st. And I only have 1 class next semester, which I'm lit about. So I'm going to be streaming a whole lot more after October 1st. And then classes are done after Thanksgiving. We don't have to go back. Super cool. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get my head on top of what's going on here. So, I don't know if we're going to throw the cassowary exhibit in just yet. We need to do a nursery. There's going to be a nursery here. For us to put the animals in. Ugh, that was really annoying. You'll crush it on the next test. Well, the next test is the final exam. So, I hope. But the cool thing is about this teacher is so it's physics, so he recognizes that there's no realistic example of you working on your own. He's like, it's really very rare for scientists to not have help from coworkers or their peers. Like, even Einstein, who was a genius, you know, worked with his peers. So he has the test set up in 2 ways, where there's 2 parts of each test, where we have like an individual portion of the test where we work by ourselves, you know, traditional hour-and-a-half test, 20 questions, work completely alone. But we can use our notes, we can use anything, the internet, anything we can get our hands on we can use, except for other people. And that's because he wants to see if we understand what we're doing. And then after that ends and closes out, we do a second part that's a collaboration, and it's the same exact test we just took, except now we can work in a group chat with up to 20 people, and we all just discuss what it was that we decided to do to solve the answer, and then at the end we all try and decide which answer we're all going to put in, and then all 20 of us submit one test together. So for the individual portions, I got a 22 and a 38 on the first 2 tests. But for the collaboration portion, I got an 82 and an 87. So after he puts the tests together, I had a 64 and a 72 on those 2 tests. So I work better with people. But I messaged him after the first test, had a mental breakdown. And he told me to not stress out, that he doesn't have the individual portion weigh as much as the collaboration, because he wants us to understand that collaboration is a huge part of the physics world, of the science world. So he says it's more important to him for me to be able to explain my work to other people and understand them explaining their work to me, and us being able to work together. So the fact that I got higher grades on those section of the test, he says, is more important to him. So I'm not failing the class, but I feel like I'm failing. Like, you've ever had that? Okay, so that's good. I'm glad that it's set up like that, so the grades are a lot higher than a 22 and a 38. Yeah, I need a 70% to pass the class, and I have a 72 in the class. But the only thing for me is, like, I'm like, okay, I can pass it. I'm just going to move on. Like, I just need to get done with the class, pass it, and move on. But I'm a physics major, so I'm like, every class I'm going to take from here on will just build on what I'm learning right now. So I'm like stressed out about that, because I'm like, if I'm not understanding the material now, how am I going to do better in physics 2, and then university physics 1 and 2, you know, and then quantum physics. Like, it's just going to build and build and build, and if I'm not doing well on just like the first half, you know what I mean? How is it going to get any easier? So let's throw in this nursery. It's not going to be built like the shape that I wanted, which is a little crappy. So the doors to get into this exhibit. Ooh, okay. You're smart and dedicated. I think you'll get it. Yeah, I know. That's what everybody keeps telling me. They're like, you know, you've been studying physics on your own for so long. It's just that it's not that you're not good at physics, it's that you're not a good test taker. So that's what I just kind of keep trying to remind myself. Let's make this go to that corner there. Did that go? Let's do that. And then I'm gonna try and move this. Oh, interesting. I hate how hard it is to click these things. Ugh. I want that. in the wall. Is that good? I think that's pretty good. And then this is gonna go I think that's okay. So let's adjust all these things. Dang it. Dang it! See, it keeps doing that. I'm like struggling. No, stop. Click. I want that to go there. Because I don't want the game yelling at me that animals are escaping when they're not. They're just passing the border. And then this just needs to go into the wall. Like that. And then we can work on that other... Oh, wait, it has to go around. So this is gonna go... Exited by accident. What does that mean? Can you connect, please? There we go. So that is the Koala and Kangaroo exhibit. It's large, but I want these animals to have a lot of space because I want people to come here and sit and relax, and I want these exhibits to look huge and sprawling. Oh, I just hit my mic. I'm sorry if that was really loud. Well, right now there's a wall, so they can't see anything. But like if you were... might have to try and see if there's something we can do there. Where these walls don't have to be as high. You know what? I do have an idea. We're gonna need to get rid of this water. And so for those koalas are going to die before they even get to the watering hole. Koala, the koala. Yeah, the koala are gonna die. No, the theory I have in my head, so here, let me show you out. Whoa. So we're gonna have like the watering hole here. And then we're gonna have like all of their toys and food and stuff like that. Well, their food and water is probably gonna be more over here. But all their toys and things are gonna be over here closer to the people. Then all of our eucalyptus trees and things for the koalas to climb and whatnot are gonna be over here in this little nook, closer to the water. So the koalas will theoretically stay more in this little bubble area here. And then this big sprawling space is just kind of for the kangaroos to run and go fucking crazy. But the watering hole in here is going to be most like their big hangout area. So that when people are here, they can see them. But I just want the exhibit to look huge and sprawling. But I figured if we keep all the toys and food and stuff closer to one spot, they won't spread out too much, is my theory. But now what I'm thinking is, well, this door needs to move. Can we move that? It sounds so funny. I want the door here. So they'll go in and out over there. And then we'll have the door for this other exhibit here. So then the employees will actually be using these paths. Because I really want to try and keep it to where the employees kind of stay. Because if we look at the map again, pull up the map. If we look at this map again, it might be a little bit difficult for you guys to see. Here, let me do this. So, let me grab my... Let's do a little bit of a presentation, shall we? So, as you can see, it's backwards. This is the area that we're working on. There. And as you can see around, it's so hard to do this because it keeps getting brighter. I want to try and get it to adjust. There. As you can see, around the edges, there's like that gray line. That gray line is the road. So that's where I want the employees to strictly stay. And then all those purple buildings are the animal buildings. So that's where the animals can go in. That's where they can rest. We're working over here. So you see where it says kangaroos, koalas over here. In this area right here. So I want... It's really hard to see. I can set it up to where I can share my screen. But I can't do it right now. I should get this picture on my computer so that I can just have it like over to the side so you guys can see it at all times. But I want to try and make the zoo to where the employees always stay on the outside of the zoo. Like they're always actually in the backstage. So all the entrances to the exhibits, all the veterinary buildings, all their break rooms and stuff like that are going to be accessible from these roads on the outside. So all the guests will stay on the inside and they will be working on the outside. So when the zoo is big and bustling and running around, we'll see all of these employees running around these paths and stuff, which I think will be cool. Did you plan that out, or is that a layout? I planned it out. It was so if you don't know yet, I don't know if I've told you because I lose track of who I tell. I have bipolar disorder and I go through phases of mania, and I went through mania like 3 weeks ago where I went crazy and I stayed up almost one whole night until like 6 a.m. and I was just like going crazy about everything I wanted to do for this zoo, and I made this plan myself, kind of just like a rough thing, because I was like thinking in my head, I was like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this, but I was like, if I don't write it down, then I'm gonna forget it and then I'm gonna get swamped because I'm like, I have all these ideas and I can't build fast enough, and then I get demotivated. Like I always do that. You can see here is my list of everything, all the animals and exhibits that I want to build, and I have them color coordinated. As you can see here, they're color coordinated. At the bottom, like herbivores, reptiles, primates, and carnivores. So I have them organized on here so that I was like, oh, we want to make sure it's balanced and we make sure we have an even amount of animals. I do the same thing here. This is my city skyline city. Like I'm like, oh, I want to build that in my city. I write it down because my head gets so cluttered with things that if I don't write it down, then I'm like, I get overwhelmed and I'm like, oh, I want to do all these things, and then I'll go load the park and it'll look like this, and I'm like, I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start because I have all these ideas, and then I just get demotivated. So by doing this and laying it out and seeing exactly the parts that I need to do to put this puzzle together, I'll be able to stay motivated. So like right now I know that we're working at the entrance, so I don't need to be freaking out about the elephant exhibit or whatever. And then I just save photos of things or draw things that I see when I have an idea. Your friend in high school is bipolar too. You get laser focus on things. Yeah, it's hyper focus. To the point, like it's complicated because I always told my therapist I didn't want to get medicated because I liked being in mania. I like being able to like get things done essentially, but sometimes it's negative, really negative connotations to it. An example is actually 2 days ago or so. I went grocery shopping and I spent $120 on groceries. Just because I was like hyper fixated on the thought of like, I want to cook dinner every night this week, and then I go crazy, and then I get home and I realize I spent way too much money on groceries, $120 for a week's worth of groceries, and so then I'm like, dang it, and things like that. And another example of like the problems with mania is I won I won $10,000 on a Mr. Beast video, which if you haven't seen that, it's on his channel. And I spent that money in a month. $10,000 I spent in a month. Because I was in mania. So it's hard. The hardest part is trying to crawl back out of the depressive phase. And the hardest part, I think, for me is like while I'm in mania, I know eventually I'll end up being in a depressive phase again. So like usually my channel, like my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel gets really popular, not popular, but a lot more traffic, and I get higher viewer counts and stuff like that when I'm in mania because I'm posting regularly, I'm live streaming more, and I'm just motivated. But I know, I keep telling myself like not to get too invested because I know in 2 weeks from now I'm gonna fall off the face of the earth for like a month. So like it just stresses me out because then I'm like not motivated. But I'm like trying really hard to stay on top of things this time. Anyway, the idea that I had for this is I don't want this big ass gate. Do you see how this is like a different colored wood? Do you guys see that? I want to take this section, all of this, and we're gonna lower it down. Yeah, the lowest it can go is 3 feet. That way people can see just when they're standing there. But the kangaroos need 9, almost 10 feet, or else they're jumping it. So, let's think. How can we fix this? We need it to be 9 feet. I really don't want those bigger... What is the average height of a person? I'd say like 5.5 feet. So we can raise this to 4 feet. I think the average person can see over that. So we need to make a pit, or like a whatever it's called, like one of those pits, you know, so like the animals can't jump it. It needs to be 5 feet. So a moat, but a waterless moat. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's called. So let's go in here. Push down. Like that. And then I'm gonna smooth that out. Now, if we come in here to edit this, we should be able to move this down. That's 12 feet. A ditch! It's a ditch! Yes, you're right. A ditch. We don't need this to be 12 feet. Interesting. It doesn't undo the height. Oh, okay, it does. There we go. So, we do not need it to be as deep as I just made it. Go down. Let's see. What is that? Is that good? How high are you? Still 12 feet. Let's just undo that. This is good. This is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Okay, so there. $11. Okay, so that's good enough, I think. So now what we're gonna do is smooth all this out, and the cool thing about this, oh, actually, there's no path here. So we need to put path in there. So let me just smooth all this out. This ditch is gonna come all the way to here. Yeah, like that. Okay. Then we need to grab all of these fences and pull them down. So the animals can't jump out, but when we look from this way, it looks smooth-ish, you know? We're gonna smooth it out, obviously. We're gonna kind of give it like a dip, an incline or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. Now I just need to figure out the path. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna come here to this building, and I'm gonna move it up. Actually, no. We need to move it to the side. The habitat has damaged barriers. I don't even know how that's possible. I'm just gonna move you over here so we can see. What the hell's going on? The cool thing about these paths is that they're hidden, so they don't have to be like perfect. Why is my phone? Oh, somebody tweeted. Sorry, I want to make sure my volume is off. Okay. So, let's see. We want to get some path. We need this. So we gotta make sure it's like that. You can just get some path work in here. Now we just gotta figure out a way to get these to connect. Ah, okay. Perfect. So those are able to connect up, so those people will be able to get up and down from there. Oh, I heard it. There we go. And can we get a bit of a connection? Actually, let's do it a little bit more. There we go. So now people can walk around these areas, and if we look at this, boop. So we just need to move these plants, I think. So I'm gonna move this over here, just because I want to be able to see where these people are going to be walking. Let's do like this. Okay. And this can move up there. So now people won't walk through the plants, but they'll be able to walk around this area and see the animals, which I think is going to be super cool. So now let's get this back in place. Is that right? No, it needs to come over this way. Just a turn. There we go. And we can do some plant work or something here to cover that hole. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now, let's smooth this out a bit. Let's use this one. Do something like that. Use the chisel tool. And just smooth all this out. It doesn't look perfect, but it's gonna take a lot of smoothing and adjusting. So now the animals should not be able to escape. So loud. Sorry if that was really loud for you guys. I don't think they can jump across. I'd be really upset if they can't. We gotta make this ditch a little bit bigger. But yeah, so that's super cool. So now we have that ditch. So if the guests look across, it doesn't really look like there's a ditch at all, so it kind of looks flush. And then we can put that water right back in. Okay, no we can't. We need to do a bit of a terrain adjustment, so we need to tug some of this up. I think it was mostly right here. So, okay, so almost all of it. Okay. Oops. I don't want this to have like a huge hill here. How does that look? Kind of cool. See if the water will go in. If it doesn't go in, we're gonna have to lower this a little bit. Okay, so it's just this spot right here. Perfect. Let's just make that sand, or let's do coarse sand. Cool. Yeah, I think it looks super cool. And let's just make, ooh, there we go, all the way out. Let's make down here, yeah, like rock. And then we can do some sand up here. And then we can do some dirt down at the bottom, because I would assume there'd be some erosion in the water. There we go. Nice. Let's see why there's a big ass hole. How did that get damaged? There's no animals even in this exhibit. Yeah, look, our barrier status is 0. So I guess we need to hire... What would that be? Maintenance. Let's hire some mechanics. There we go, because we don't have to worry about money, so they can do whatever they want. So you're gonna start repairing that. And then, look at all those holes in the exhibit. I wonder if we can use the smooth tool with the water in. Ah! I do not want that. Let's do the... Well, I will do auto paint. because I just don't want it to be like super lumpy. Like this is like super lumpy. Smooth that out. Yeah, that looks way better. We just need to fix. I think the grass is fine there. I just don't. I wouldn't imagine grass being encouraged to grow there because the water and the hill. Something more like that. Yeah. And we can put a little bit more sand on this edge. Yeah, I like the way that looks. I mean, without any plants or anything, it already looks pretty good. Alright. So. Let's get a koala. I mean, get some animals in here. Actually, let's save. Let's do a nice saving point here. So we're now on point 3. Awesome. So let's get some animals in. We're gonna need some facilities, my boy. So we can put them in this building. Let's duplicate. Let's see. We can get... Let's get a, we'll get a staff building in here. And then a trader thing there. I think that should work. Facilities. Staff facilities. So we need, ooh. Okay, I got an idea. I got an idea. So what we're gonna do... So we'll put a... Excuse me. Put a door there. And we'll put a door there. Why is it doing that? Then, facilities. We can do keeper's hut. There. We can do staff room. There. And then we can do the trading center here. Like that. I think that is super cool. The only thing I'm thinking about don't want those paths there, so I think what we're gonna do, go in here to construction. We can use, what floors did we use over here? Is that the breeze block? Yes. We're gonna have to take these away from the building. So I want to slide that up like that. Do something like this. Then just need to slide this up to smooth this edge out. And then we'll do that. And then we should be able to slide it over just a tad. No. Oh wait, we can. We need to put this one over here. What's happening? There we go. Now we can do that. All right. So that's that little facility there for them. Now what I'm gonna do, let's see, how much staff do we have? So the vendors all need to stay over there. How many, do we need that many vendors? So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 shops. So fun fact, if you guys don't remember, if you weren't here for my Planet Coaster series, I have numbers for how I like to hire my employees. So for vendors, I like to do 1.5 vendors per shop. So for every 2 shops, there's 3 vendors, so that there's always one person not working to rest, so that they can all switch out. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 shops. We need 12 vendors, ideally for these shops. So we currently have 12. Perfect. And the mechanics and animals I haven't quite figured out yet. I haven't really quite figured out the numbers yet for that, but I know security is for every shop there's a security. Are you kidding me? What? Now I know why they never left when I wanted them to go for training. Yeah, there has to be an employee to switch out, for them to switch out with. So right now with 12 employees, we have 8 shops. So we have 4 employees who are just resting. So when 4 employees are ready to take a break, those 4 so they'll switch out. So there's always somebody working the shop and there's always someone resting. We might be able to do right in front of my face the whole time. Yeah, I liked, that's just the numbers I figured out. Some people do it a little bit differently. They just kind of go based on what they think. But I do 1.5 vendors per shop. And then I do 1 security officer per shop and 1 janitor per shop. So ideally, we would want 12 security and 12 janitors for this. But that's just absurd. So I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe when the park advances. And then the zookeepers and caretakers I have, or not caretakers, what are they called? Veterinarians and the zookeepers. I haven't quite figured out yet the perfect number for them. So I haven't quite figured that out yet, but I'm gonna eventually figure that out. So let's grab our mechanics here. Can I move them all at once? Did anybody know that you can select multiple employees and train them all up at the same time? Because I just figured that out. I just trained all of my mechanics up. And you can change their pay. All at once? That's crazy. I want to move them though. So how do I do that? I think I gotta do that. Say move. I want to bring them over here so that they stay over here. Come here. And then we also got you. Move. Why can't I move you? I don't know. You. And they should rest here. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, he's working. I don't want them to walk all the way back because then they're gonna have to walk again. Okay, so I don't think mechanics actually move the animals. Do you guys remember? I think it's just vets. Let's get some animals in here. So let's filter this by, we want some red kangaroos, and what is the full name for the koalas? It's just koala. I saw it. Koala and red kangaroo. How many do we want? So I think we're gonna have to look at the Zoopedia and see what they recommend. Oh, look at that, so beautiful, majestic. Group size. 1 male, 9 females. That's it. Alright. 1 male, 9 female kangaroos. So let's see, our male. What is this? It's a pretty good one. Wow, those are some wild names. This animal is being adopted for cash. Let's adopt you. You're a smidge older, but you're for leaves. So we got 1 male. Now we need 9 females. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the koalas, what do they recommend? How much space do the koalas need? Not a lot. They're definitely gonna have way more space than they need. That's it. 1 male and 3 females. That's sad. Okay. 1 male. Which male do we want? Do we want Riley or do we want Riley? Let's just get Riley. And then 3 females. 1, 2, 3. So now we have all these beautiful animals. Why are you... Yeah, okay. Can we select all of them? 14 animals. And you guys are gonna go to Habitat 1. Okay, so I didn't think mechanics did that. So we're gonna need to hire some caretakers. Let's hire... Let me do some math here. We have 14 animals. So that would need 9 people. No, see, 9 is not the number. I think for every 4 animals, we need 1 caretaker. So that would mean we would need 4 caretakers. Oh, those are janitors. They're caretakers, yeah, no, keepers. So we need 4 keepers. And we'll need, okay. And then 2 vets. So for every 7 animals, we need 1 vet. For every 4 animals, we need 1 caretaker. Or, zookeeper. Oh, no! Okay, no, we're doing good. I just got confused for a second. This is for the cassowaries. This is for koalas, and... Can't find access to a keeper's hut with space. Somebody working in this one? I don't know why they said that. So... let's see. Pause the game. I need to make sure that these guys cannot escape. Okay, because I have a feeling. So, let's go here. Heated maps. Habitat. Okay, so he can get the fuck out of this exhibit if he really wanted to. What about this koala? I mean, this guy. No escaping. So it's just... Alright, I see. Serious injury, yes. Well, we're gonna have somebody come and fix them up. So we need a vet, and we need more keeper's huts, which we're gonna build a nursery. So we'll be able to do that. So they can escape this whole exhibit. So let's do this. Can we not just select climb proof? I thought there was a way. Yes. So let's select this. Nope. Undo that. I don't want to do that. Dang it. We're gonna select this whole thing and we're gonna make it one-way climb proof. Which we need to put it on this side, so. Does that climb proof it? I think we just need it on this side. So now if we look at heat maps, can you get out of my hand, please? Traversable area. Yes! We did it. Excellent. So now they can't escape. Let's get some vets and things in here really quick. So I want to build like a nursery with like a smaller little not cage, habitat area. So essentially like if there was an animal that was injured and needed to be on close watch or something, they would move them into there. And I just thought of something. I hope that the guests don't start walking this way. Because then I'm gonna have to do some weird stuff. With staff. Don't want to do that. Yeah, that looks ugly. I don't really know how... I want to try this. If we make a path go here, and then here. Okay, no. Okay. 30. Okay. This is gonna be obnoxious, but so we need to get this to go like that. Perfect. Then if we do something like that, say staff path. Okay. How do we make it like a little smidgen? I know sometimes it'll be like a little tiny piece of path, like that. Like that. I want it to look like that. Like just that little bit. Are those trucks from a mod? No, they're just pieces that it put together to look like a truck. They're fake. Just want it to be itchy peachy. I think for now we'll just leave it, and if it gets to a place where they are walking over there, then we'll figure it out. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it. And this fence. Let's have it continue. That's street. In what world is that street? Like, look at that. That is not straight. So let's just have this go like that and connect up. Have it connect up like that, and then something cool I learned that you can do with these things is if you move this to another piece, it'll just snap. And then it gets rid of like having like a whole bunch of extra pillars. So let me move this. Yep. That looks cool. That way nobody is sneaking into the park. Cool, 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 cool. I'm liking the way everything's coming along so far. Let's see how they feel about the size of this. Space, hard shelter. Good, 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 good. And the terrain seems pretty fine as well. Do we have welfare turned off? What is that under? Game? Yes, animal settings. Animal welfare is on. For now, let's just disable animal aging and birth. Actually, no, we'll enable it. Let's just disable deaths, fights, and illness. Actually, no, we'll enable... Let's just get rid of death and fights. Disable death through aging. Get rid of predation and fear. And inspections. So... they'll have babies and stuff, and that's what I want them to do. But yeah, they're gonna age very slow. Awesome. And then the guests. Limit the number of guests. We won't do that for now. Maximize guest happiness. No, I want all those turned on. Let's disable... no, we'll leave vandalism on. So that way the mechanics have something to do. Let's increase their stay and increase their cash. Okay, resume. I want them to have babies because I'm gonna build these like nurseries where we can put the babies in while they grow, and then we can sort out, because the babies that are being born, I forget like how to do it. I think the babies that are being born, we're gonna send to release to the wild. But the animals in our habitats that we just purchased, we're gonna keep forever. So I want to turn off aging and death. Okay. So. Let's build that nursery. So construction. And let me look at the map again. We're gonna split it into 2 separate sections so we can put the cassowaries in there as well when they need to be whatever. We're gonna pause the game for now just because they need a vet and stuff like that, and we don't have one built. Let me go in here. We're gonna heart all of these because we're gonna be using these in this park for the animal, like their night buildings. So I'm just gonna heart all these. And I'm also gonna heart the concrete, but not everything. Just a few pieces. Because we're gonna use those inside the buildings as walls. So now we can just hit this and we'll see all the pieces that we want to use. Excellent. So let's build a nursery. I have an idea. Just came to me. Let's go in here. I'm gonna select. No, I'm not gonna. Dang it, that sucks. I'm gonna select all these wall pieces. I think we're gonna, instead of making it gray, I like the gray because it kind of made it like seem like utilitarian. But I think we're gonna make it like that go away green from Disney. I think that would be cooler. So there we go. Selected all those. So let's see if we can make it like a nice. That's really dark. So no. I'm about to. It's like a bluish green, isn't it? There. Or is it? Is that good? I think that's good. It's a pretty good color, right? Kind of blends in with the grass, so it doesn't really stand out. You think? Let me look it up. Isn't it called? I think it's called Go Away Green, right? Disney uses. Let me just look it up. Go Away Green. Yes. So this is Go Away Green. They use this color because we kind of like it it almost just blends out of our vision. Like a grayish green. So let's try more like that. Yeah, I like that. Let's apply that. Did it save it? It did. So for those of you, if you're building in Planet Zoo, 93A797 is go away green. Awesome. So let's do that. And then, so let's come over here and build a nursery. So I'm gonna select these walls. Let's make them that green color. So the nursery, because this is going to be for the cassowaries and for the kangaroos, so let's put the building sort of in the middle. Do that for now. And so we need to have a couple of keepers huts in here, as well as a vet. So let's get the large vet. Is this the large one? There's only one? I swore there was a bigger one. So we'll get the nice large vet in here. Let's do it there. And then we also need quarantine? Yeah. Small quarantine, large. That's big. I don't think we'll put a quarantine here, or maybe we just put a small one. Let's just put a small one for now. Put it over on this side. And then on this side, we'll put some keepers' huts. We're just gonna use the small ones for now because we can squeeze them in. Like that. And then put some walls up. What's happening here? There we go. Get the last door in. There. So that is our nursery building. They can do vet and quarantine in there. And then hold on, I'm just thinking. Give me a second. Cause let me look at the map. How do I want to do this? So we could try and make it a funky shape like that. So the idea I had was to do two separate buildings. So we duplicate this building, do it like this. Actually, let me duplicate that, and then we're gonna use 45 degrees. Dang it. Duplicate that, 45 degrees, pop. And then we can slap that in right there. And that allows us to have like a fun shaped building. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because then I should be able to put this there. A little bit off. Want it like that. There we go. So we'll do that. Actually, this is not even how I had the shape of this building. We had this one going this way. and then in, so we can fit like the vet there or something. So just, why is it flickering like that? I need to put the chat back up. I don't even see the chat. There we go. So that goes that way, then this goes across and down. So let's do it here. Across and then down. Control Z. Have it go like that. So that needs to go like that. And then what we can do is duplicate that, and so from the outside we have that fun shape there. And that's really cool. So now we can squeeze these buildings in. So we go into this building, the facilities I mean. We can put a large keeper's hut. We go into this building, we can put a large vet. And then we can go back into this building, we can put in the small quarantine. Put it on this side. I don't think we need any more buildings in there, because we don't need the workshop, we don't need the research center, we just don't need those, we're not using that. Staff room, we can't squeeze a staff room in. We could squeeze a trading center, you know, maybe it would be helpful to have like a additional one. So put that, actually, get rid of these paths for now. Let's put that trading center here, because I don't like having the doors on the edges of the walls. So we'll do that. Oops. Let's turn on 45 degrees. Connect that up. This is gonna go out that way. This one is gonna go in. Oh, okay. Interesting. So we can fix this. This is gonna need to go here. And then that is gonna need to go here. That's fine. So these paths are still good. This one. Perfect. So we're gonna have two doors going in here, which we can use. So it's just a, what's happening? We just need like a little door. Let's do something like, let's do these, and then I'm gonna move those down and in. Oops, dang it. Can we move the sun over here? Because I can't see. Of course not, it's north facing. Alright, let's squish that in. That works. Then, something I didn't even think about is we're gonna need entrances into the habitats. So let's draw out the habitats first. So we'll use just some corrugated. Actually, no, I'm not going to use corrugated because the building itself is corrugated. Let's just do chain link. And this is going to go right there. Like that. Interesting. Just trying to move this up to there. Yes. That goes across the back. And this is gonna go right about there is good. And then let's just make sure we have snap on. Actually, this snap is like being weird. So we'll go up to there. There we go. And then we just gotta move that up to there, and then we just need to null barrier the rest of this. Interesting. Perfect. Why are you being so weird? Because we're close to that thing. There we go. We just need to outline all of this so the animals don't escape. And then there we go. Can we adjust this piece a little bit? Like that. And then we just need to split it in half. I think we'll split it here. So what I'm gonna do is say add a banner or bar. I'll add that there. I don't even know what this button is. Let's get chain link obstructed. Oh. This needs to move like here. Still? Let's just move it over here. And I'm gonna say that needs to be chain link. And this, we're gonna try and squeeze it there is the nursery. Let's save. I think we're on 4 now. Okay, so this is where we can put the babies. So I'm gonna say we need to put the doors in. So this one is gonna have a door here. Why did the color not stay? Like that. And then the door for this one is gonna have to be here. I think we can make that work. Can I click this barrier? Just want to see. Yeah, that's pretty lined up. This one is a little bit off. Try to do something like that. There we go. So let's say doors. I kind of want to use the metal ones. I think they just look cool. Did I click? I feel like I'm still using... Nice. And then we just gotta connect the path up, which should just not be a problem. Interesting, so this is gotta go. Ugh. There we go. Perfect. And then we just got to sneak this in. Where did this turn off? There we go. Perfect. Whoa. So now we have doors into the exhibits. So I can say that this is the multiple habitat gates. We messed something up. This. Did that fix it? Yes. So this is the Koala and Kangaroo nursery? Is that how you spell it? Nursery? Nursery? Looks weird. Nursery, yeah, and ER. Cool, 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 cool. And then this is the cassowary nursery. And then we can change this to Koala and Kangaroo. 3 alerts. Injured. Shelter. Feeders. Bedding. Yeah. We're still working on it. We're still working on it. So we're off to a good start. I think this is definitely looking like how I want it to look. So just thinking. We don't want to do the cassowary in this one at all, so I'm just going to ignore that. What we need to do now, we have about an hour left of the stream, is we're really going to focus on detailing and getting that all down. The path for the guests is going to come all the way down and around here. Right in front of this. It's gonna come all the way around like that. I kinda wanted it to go. Ooh, ooh. Like that. Because we're gonna have... Let me look at the map. We're gonna have a vet building right here. Vet keeper's hut building, and that is for guests to be able to look into. I don't think they're gonna like it, but we'll see. And then we'll have a smaller exhibit right here, and that is going to be for the tapir anteaters. That is for almost like 3 episodes from now. So what we need to do now, I think all the basic construction is done. Everything that I wanted to be in here is in here. The animals, yes. The nursery, yes. The building for them to stay in, yes. Phenomenal. The only thing that is going to change is we're going to move this hotel. I thought we had a lot more space. Really? I thought we had a lot more space right here, but it's going to be more over here. Because I wanted it to look like a huge resort when you're down in here. Like this big ass resort building right here. But we don't have, I mean, yeah, that's about where it will be. It's kind of cool. Where are we? Okay. Yeah, it's going to be right about here. So that'll be cool. Big resort for people to stay in. Now let's do some detail work of these koalas. What I'm gonna do is look up some pictures of koala. Well, yeah, we'll start with koalas. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go just Google koalas like in their natural habitat. Koalas. Images. Let's see. They're just in trees. Lots of trees. Sad. Koala Zoo. Okay. They're just like really zoomed up photos. I want to see Habitat. Oh, there's all these sad photos of the koalas' habitats being burnt down. Sad. Ah, here's a phenomenal picture. Perfect. A lot of low-lying shrub near the ground and a lot of tall, skinny trees for them to climb. And that's what we're going to do over here. This is going to be like a forested area. So, let's start with getting some trees and climbing things in. So, if we go into habitat, I do believe we have trees in here. Eucalyptus. Yes. That's really cool. So, let's pop a few in. Let's just start throwing things down. We'll pop one of those there, there, and there. Then we're gonna go into nature and get the bigger eucalyptus trees. No, that's desert. Gum. I think the gum trees will also look phenomenal here because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting as well. So here are the eucalyptus trees. So let's see, these are the big ones. So let's get like maybe 2 big ones. And then like a couple of medium-sized ones. And then a few more small ones. We're gonna build platforms and things on these trees. And this is where they will run around and jump and stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Cool, 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 cool. I think that looks super awesome. So now we just need to get some climbing platforms for them. So if we go into habitat, climbable. What is this? I must have downloaded this from the workshop. This is cool. That's so they can walk across like a path or something, like if you have a path. That's cool. I don't think that'll suit this specific build, but what was this for? Apes. Yeah, like the lemurs or something. Very, very cool. Because then you can have the path going like on the same level right next to it. Like how cool would that be? So we have some pre-built structures. Let's say for large animals, yes. And we can use some of these pre-built structures, right? I want something like this. Let's do that. Go in here. I'm gonna take these legs out. And I want it to be attached to the tree. Let's actually collect everything here and make this all one building, because that'll just be easier for construction. So let's go in here now. I'm gonna remove these beams. We're gonna move this tree in there. And that can have that on there. We just need to move this one. I'm gonna move this one. Do we not? What's happening? There we go. Move that like that. So there's some things for them to climb up on. I just want to adjust this. I wanted to go to the edge there. So let's see if we can get this to... Okay. That is pretty on the mark. And then this one, I want... Actually, let's just duplicate this one. Dang it. Rotate it like that. get these to go to the same spot. Yeah, right there. Aha. Like that. I just think that looks a little bit cooler. So they can climb up there. Cool. And then let's get another climbing structure, probably on like these 4 trees. Let's see, what do we have? Big. These are all for large animals. Ooh, what's this one? Lemur? Okay. Uh-huh. Itty bitty. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze this lemur one in here. Cause I like the way this one looks. Let's start by just popping it down. I'm gonna say right about there. I'm gonna move. Oh wait, I need to select this and connect all those together. Can't quite see. It is floating, it looks like. So let's get rid of these trees. I think it would be easier to place them in after. Why can't... delete that tree. Okay. So let's select all of that, and you as well. Just need to move it into the ground. Right about there. Let's scoot it over just a little bit so that people can get a good view of the animals climbing around. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Now, let's see. Let's get the big tree. I want to replace these beams here with the big one. Let's not have you aligned to surface or position snap. So let's get that like there. I think that's pretty cool. And then we can move this just a tad. Center it. Nope. And we're gonna duplicate it so it's a bigger platform. Yeah. And then we can replace this with one of these other trees. I'll do this one. That's pretty cool. Then, can they climb the ropes? I don't see any ropes in here. Let's get one of these skinny trees. Squeeze some of those in, like here, 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 and then we need to get some feeding trees in. Put one here, there. There we go. I just want more of their stuff to be up high so that they actually climb on the trees. So now let's filter this by Koala. That's it. That's it. Alright. Because if we put these stuffs up in the tree, then they'll climb around more. So let's put this one up here. Let's put these chimes. I love these chimes. Let's put them up here like this. I don't think we can squeeze the chimes over here anywhere. And then we can put some of these feeders, scent things. Squeeze one in there. One up here. And we can put one here. Then feeders. So the annoying thing about these is that the keepers can't get up to those areas. So we need to do something like this. I think that'd be kind of cool. It'll be a little bit glitchy, but that way they can get to the food. And then in case those don't work, we can just put one right here. There we go. So that is the trees. We just need to do some shrubbery and things down below. Maybe give them a few paths to run through. So let's go with the terrain tool. I'm gonna grab soil. Let's grab a smaller sized. Something like that, and then I'm just gonna kind of roughen the ground up underneath here, like where the animals probably run the most. So probably like around this area and here. Okay, now let's connect these up, like where they probably walk around. Because those areas where they walk, we're not going to put any plants. So they'll have like these little areas where they can squeeze through the plants. We'll do this one as well. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. Now, let's get some low-lying shrubbery in here. We're just gonna kind of spam away. Let's start over here, filling in all these nooks and crannies. So if we look at what we have hearted, let's start with the arrowhead bushes. I'm not seeing many rocks here, mostly just ferns. Mostly just ferns. Water. Yeah, I'll show you the photos I'm looking at. So we got this one here. And then I'm also looking at, oops, where did it go? This one. What the hell? This one is mostly what I'm thinking of when we're building this, so. Okay, so let's start with the arrowhead bush. Where are you? Oh, I think these are itty bitty. You might be able to squeeze a couple of these guys in here. Just like in the middle of everything. Another one over here. Let's do that. Then we have Bramble. There we go. Arrowhead, because these guys take up quite a bit of space. We're gonna lower that down just a tad. Kind of fill in these spaces here with some of these bushes. Let's do some over here. Just kind of filling in these areas. Alright, let's get a smaller one. Let's see if there's another sized one. Yeah. Just because I don't want to be too repetitive. So let's get these in there. Yeah, look at that. Very cool. Let's fill this in. Very dense, that's what I was going for. So now let's get some of these guys in. Just kind of spam these all over the place. I feel like it looks more natural when I spam it, as opposed to nitpicking it. Let's get a few of these lower ones in. Okay, and then we have some of these ferns. Let's use the large one. Get these ones. Sort of these open areas. Sorry if it's kind of tricky to see right now because I'm moving around so quick. There we go. Bracken. We want to use bracken. Yeah, we can squeeze some bracken in. Like that. Some lady outside talking, stressing me out. All right. So we're just getting some of this in here, and I think this looks pretty cool. Maybe some down there. Yes. Let's see what this looks like. Phenomenal! Look at that. Right? Like, doesn't that look cool? How do I go into fancy look mode? Thought it was tab. Control tab? Shift tab? Oops, nope, not shift tab. What's the button? I know G hides this. Options. Controls. There's a way to have like free look mode, isn't there? Menu shortcuts, general shortcuts. You know what I'm talking about? It's like free look mode. Interesting. Yeah, free look camera. How do we get into free look? Why don't I remember this button? I swear I thought it was this one. Let's see. I'm looking on the wiki. T. It's in the general shortcuts section. Hey. Anyway, doesn't that look super cool? Get out of here. Are we still T? Okay, now there we go. So I think that looks pretty cool. I think it's gonna have to kind of taper off so it doesn't look like it just stops out of nowhere. Excuse me. So what I'm gonna do is have these kind of continue like that, and then we'll get a few of, no, stop, those, and just kind of a few of those in, and then we get a couple ferns, some bracken, but not a lot. Just kind of tapering off, and then I think we'll get some of these little trees and maybe one of the eucalyptus. Why? Let's get a small eucalyptus. I want the itty bitty one. Like that. So it kind of like tapers off a little bit in this direction. Yeah, and then we'll have to do some more stuff over here. I think it'll wrap around here just a little bit. So let's see, let's get some small arrowhead. Like this. Yeah, a bigger one over here. Like that. Here, get some bracken. That's pretty much it. Cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Why is this open? I don't need this. There we go. So now, ugh. Adjust everything. Can you guys still hear me? Excellent. So now Let's look at Kangaroo. Where do y'all live? Something like this? This is what you guys pictured? Something like that. That's what I was thinking. In my head, at least. Kind of open plan. Maybe some tall grass. Ooh, something like this. I think this is what we'll try. Have all the trees like that near the back. Alright, so let's do that. So let's start by, I want to raise the ground just a little bit. Can I use this? What is this? Oh, there we go. Ooh, I just walked back and saw you showing off the pictures. Yes, this is what I was in my head picturing for this exhibit. So that's what I'm trying to do, but I don't know what I just did with these atrocious thing here. So I think flattened terrain. A little bit of elevation, you know? Ah, there we go. So I think the elevation really helps with large exhibits like this. So it doesn't look too vast, you know? There we go. So we got a little bit of a hill back here. A little bit of something, something. So I don't really want these gates to be super visible, so I'm going to try and hide them away as much as possible. So terrain. So we're going to have long grass all down here. I think we'll have a little bit of short grass up here. A little bit. I kind of want it to look a little dirty. Like that, and then we'll do a little bit of rock on the edges. Like that. And then sand. And smooth all that out. I think most of this is going to be like sandy, long grass. Kind of do something like this. Okay. this. Because it's definitely not as green, it's a little bit yellow. I feel like if I do something like that, you kind of get that outbacky vibe, right? You guys getting it like I am? Okay. So now, definitely having those trees there makes this not look so massive. So up here, let's get some rocks in here. I think some rocks might help. Desert or savanna? Red desert, savanna. I definitely don't think red. Yeah, not the red. There's savanna. Whoa. There's savanna and there's desert. Oh, desert is definitely a lot better. So I'm gonna get some rocks in here. Like that. Squeezing these in there. Let's see. I'll grab a few of these. Lower them down. And then grab these ones. Like that, and lower them down a little bit more. That looks better. And then I'm just gonna grab all of this and duplicate it. Because it should be fine to duplicate. Yeah, that's good. Now, let's see, nature. We got like pointy grass, so let me, I know we have that elephant grass. I'm thinking I want to put some of that in there. Reeds, no. Elephant grass, there it is. Perfect. Squish some of this in there. Put some smaller pieces. Okay, and it looks like we have some like cactus kind of looking plants. Yeah, kind of like this. Not like actual cactuses, it's just like dry desert or dry biome. Let's see, if I filter this by Australia, continent, oh. Interesting. I guess by biome. desert grassland? Not desert, it's a grassland. So let's do that. Yeah, we got the gum trees. Let's get these guys in there. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. Now I'm gonna copy all of that. We should be able just to plop that right in. Because they're not really gonna see the other side as much. Now in the middle here, we need some trees. Hawthorn? We need tall trees. I'm thinking those eucalyptus. Whoa. These eucalyptus trees are good. That's good. Let me find some other photos. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, they're pretty much just grass, some tall, skinny trees. Habitats. We can put a few reeds and things around here. Kind of like that. My God, I came out of nowhere. All right, let's get these in here. I think that's pretty good. Let's just get some of the stuff in the habitat in and see if that looks a little bit better. So let's get rid of Koala and let's filter for red kangaroo. Start with food. We're gonna put all the food over here. Like that, and they have water to drink out of. I don't know if we're gonna need that just yet. Bedding. Let's put some bedding in here. They don't necessarily have to use that. Like that. But then we're gonna put some bedding up here. Like that. Alright, so toys. Excellent. So food toys. We have some of these balls. So I'm gonna put one there, one there. We have these barrel feeders, which I'm gonna put one up here and one up here. Interesting. We have this guy, which I'm gonna put like that. And we can squeeze one in over here as well. I like to hang them off the trees. I think it looks better. We have some suspended feeders. Squeeze some of those in. There, there, and there. Now what do they have for toys? Lots of fun toys. Okay. Some sprinklers. Let's get those by the water. These scented things. Squeeze some of those in like that. Soccer ball. Throw that there. This ball. That ball. Ice ball. I think that's fine. Tons of things for them to play with. And also tons of space to just run. So I think that looks fine. Now, let's see. These barriers. I want to put some windows. They can come and look down. I think it looks really cool. So let's play the game. All right. So the game is now playing. And let's see what the animals think of the place. Kangaroos are over here. Yeah, okay, so yeah, here come the kangaroos over here is where I would think that they would want to be. We need power. Yes, we do. So let's throw some power generators in over here. I think we're gonna have clean water, but I like the idea of having power. Facilities, power. Power. So we have a transformer, we have a wind turbine, oh we have a solar panel. I like the idea of having solar panel. Let's see. Does that power everything? Yes. So now everything is with power. Yeah, look how cool that looks. Everybody's working out over here. Alright, let's see. What do the animals think of this place? Let's see. We got... This animal is injured, being carried away. Their feeders aren't full, and their shelter they're not happy with. Okay. How do the kangaroos feel? Food. They just want some food. Do we have guests yet? Are they coming from all the way over here? Why? I'm a little upset about that. I mean, I think we might need to move the park. I don't think it would be the end of the world. Let's save the game. We have about 10 minutes left. So we might be able to just kind of finish up these buildings here. I'm just really upset about this. Let me pause the game. If I were to select everything. And say move. Cannot move or delete more than 5,000 scenery buildings at one time. Okay. So what if I select okay. What if I select so we're gonna have to move this place, and I think it's more important that we try and do it now than later. I thought we had guest spawners in here. Yeah. Oh, they're gone. Ugh. Okay, we need to put the spawners in. So we need one there. And one over here. So that works. Let's lower this down. And then this over here needs to be adjusted. This needs to move. Why? Okay. This is so frustrating. There we go. So now, if we play the game, we should see people spawning there. instead of the main entrance. That is phenomenal. So we got some people there. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Why didn't you guys want to go in? Tickets are underpriced. And so you didn't go in? Are the paths connected? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the paths are all connected. So they're able to go. Where are you going? This is what I was talking about. This is not what I want. Pause the game. We're gonna have to change this path. And this group here. There. Okay, so what we need to do now is we still have this long trek of people coming. I'm going to delete this path. Delete all of these. There we go. And then we can delete this path. Let me put the game in fast forward so those people start running. Yay. Hurry up, I'm coming close. Sorry, deleted that girl. Yay! So now we don't have to worry about that area at all anymore. So now people are gonna start spawning up here. And look, people are at our zoo. Okay. Is that a koala? Swimming? Makes no sense. Do we have any koalas climbing around? Kangaroo. Pause the game. Ah! This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I want to get a photo of you in your habitat. Look at him. Oops. Did I take a photo? Yes. How cute. I believe we have 4 koalas in here. Let's see, where are you? You're over here. You... are up in a tree? What? I didn't know they could just climb any tree. Where'd you go? Look at him! Just having the time of his life. He looks so happy. Let's get a little bit closer. Oh! There we go. So cute. So, how much time do we have left? Stream is, it's been 3 hours. But what I want to do is just get these buildings finished up. So let's just play. So now we should see people spawning over here, which is what I wanted to see. And we should see only employees walking on this. I'm gonna get all these people into the zoo. All right. Oh my god, everybody's having babies. We haven't even fixed up the nursery area. Let's fix up this building. I want very simple. So what we're gonna do first is here's the idea I have. We're gonna do 2 pitched roofs. So we're gonna use this incline. Do that. 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 There. And this one. Uh-oh. There. There. Like that. And those will be the roofs. Awesome. We're getting a lot of expected offspring. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. Just like that. So we'll have one. Okay. Let's get the roof in. I'm gonna use like that corrugated roof. Okay, and then we're just gonna duplicate that. Nice. Try and select all of these. And this is gonna go across. Just like that. I think that looks super cool. And then this, we're gonna do something similar. Bring it up to here. Like that. Nice. I just remembered. Let's go in here. We need to put our animals on contraceptives. That's why they're having so many babies. So him and him. So we won't have any more babies. Do we have any little babies yet? No, this is the youngest one that we have, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pregnant. What is that symbol? Alpha, okay. Look at him. Perfect. I want to get an awesome photo of them. Just vibing. Look at them. Just zoom out just a little bit. Let's get the sunlight. Over here. Look at them. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to these buildings. So we need this piece. Nice. Cool. Now we just need to fill in these sides, but I want to get windows. So let's see. I want to have windows here so that the guests can see the kangaroos while they're in there. But now we just need to adjust this. Concrete. Yeah, look how cool that is. So now for windows, we're gonna put these across the bottom. Then we're gonna put glass. not put them on the ends. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Like that. And then I want like these open windows. So how would we do that? I'm thinking, oops. If we do that, we take out these ones. And then if we go into Windows, we grab like those rectangular ones. These ones. So let me see. These fit. They're a little bit too small. Aha, here we go. These work. So let me just slam a bunch of these in. Then what we can do is take all of these windows and I'm going to turn them the other way, this way. Okay, no. We're gonna turn them the other way. Like that. What is happening? Why are they turning like that? That was weird. Like they shouldn't, unless they're not straight. Yeah, no, they're straight. So let's just turn this to 15. But like then they get crooked. I don't know. Let's rotate it a little bit more. There we go. Like you see that? How it's crooked? I don't understand why that's happening. do it like that. Actually, let's tilt him a little bit more. There. So now we can see that it's open. Yes. Nice. Open air. Now, this. Let's go grab this one. There we go. Mm-hmm. Let's get some windows in here as well. Cool. Let's put a window in here. I don't know why it changed the color. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, signs. Let's get wall sign, facility, keeper's hut. Let's just recolor it though. I want this to be like brown, or black and white is fine. That's not vet. This is keeper's hut. And then this is trading center. And then this is vet. Then this is vet as well. And this is okay. Very simple. I don't want them to be too to have too much going on. I think what we will do though for this building is we're gonna get some borders so that it's not like just a blunt stop there. So let's get some beams. Make them black, or we can't change the color of them, that's fine. Brown is okay. So we're gonna do that. That's fine. Let's line that up there, and then we'll move everything. For some reason, it did not line up properly. Right there. That looks a little bit better. I don't think we need to do beams on the roof. Let's copy this stuff over. Whoa. So let's copy that, move it across. Whoa. I didn't even grab everything. Okay. Squeeze that in there. There we go. So I think that's looking pretty cool. I think we need to clean this up just a little bit. So how do we do that? That yeah, that needs to be there. Okay. We need to make a new path building. So let's select our breeze block. Try and line that up with this. There we go. So now let's just clean this space up a little bit. Not barriers. Construction fencing. I think I'm gonna use this. No, I don't think we're using any borders. Fascinating. So that is too low. a little bit right here, but I think that's fine. A little bit there and there. Okay, so no. That's fine. How much of a difference is that? Pretty. That sucks. Alright. I just didn't want their feet being cut off. Alright. Oh yeah, this was the whatever we were using. Okay. Actually, let's do this building. How are we gonna do this one? Because if we do it like this, do one this way, one here. Okay, yeah, I got it. Alright, so what we need to do we need these. So this is changed. Okay. Alright, so we'll have that. So that'll end there. There, and then this one will go like that. Like that. This one will go this way. Okay, so new, we need to do 3. This one. Do that. You know, leave those open. We're gonna do windows again, and then why that's flickering like that. It's annoying me. Nice. Nice. And we just need to put the little windows in. Okay. Now, oh, perfect. Now we just take all of these. Why are these not connected to this building? That is obnoxious. Okay, so we just need to connect these to this building. Like that. And then we can go into here, select all of these windows. I think we can do them together. So now we're gonna rotate them. And bring them up. Well, at least those ones. And then all these ones we can move. Like this. Doop. Like that. That's cool. The windows are open. And then let's just do it with this one. Like that. Bring them up. And of course, it's like off, so we'll bring him back like that. There we go. So there are our buildings. Let's change the back of this. Can we go all the way across? Nice, let's make that coordinated. Just so we can see that it's like, I don't even know what, but okay. So now everything is built that we wanted to get built in this episode, or this live stream. So let's press play. I think we just need to fill in this little area here. So let's, forget. Are the people in the park yet? Where are all those people? Oh, they're showing up. They've all migrated, finally. super cool. People are stuck. How are you stuck? How are all these people stuck? All these people are just like trapped for no reason. I'm working on saving you. Hold on. I don't know how they all got stuck. You're stuck too. Alright, let's see. How are you stuck? Pause the game. That piece of path seemed to have a problem. So let's just undo that. That goes there. Ooh, that's huge. Just need that. And then we had this. This can come down to there. And this can come down to there, and this can go there. That should work. Oh! Where did all those people just go? High amounts of litter. Alright. Alright, let's get a shit ton of caretakers. I mean, we are unlimited money, so we can have as many caretakers as we want. That should be enough. And let's get some security in here. There we go. Why is nobody actually going into the zoo? Are these backwards? I think I put these in backwards. Let me pause the game. Oh. Let me... try rotating that. And see if people like that. Oh my god. These are backwards. Now we're gonna see 1 million people into the zoo now. All of them squeezing in here. That's funny. Alright, so let me pause the game. I think we have some babies. So let's see. We do. So let's move you into the nursery for now. And we can just do a little habitat in here. It doesn't need to be anything too extreme. Let's do red kangaroos and koalas. Get some toys in here for the babies to play with. But this is strictly just so we can have them in a nice organized place so we can make sure they're okay while they're growing up. Get a eucalyptus tree back here. One of these. And that should be enough. And I'll get one of these. Maybe we should get some climbing stuff. Yeah, something like this. And then this habitat needs climbing proof. On the inside, so the little baby koalas won't get out. And then we just need food and water for them. Oh, we can get a little bit of a thing over here for them to sleep on. Food and water. Let's get this. This one they don't have to fill. And food. They need a special one, so we can squeeze that back in here. And we can get a nice small one. Oh, maybe medium. There we go. She's about to have a baby. You're gonna go to sleep? Okay. Can't wait to hear about how the final grade. Okay. Alright, well thank you so much for stopping by. We're actually getting ready to wrap it up because I went almost an hour over what I wanted to go over. But we got everything built that I wanted to get. Oh my god! Look! Look at this little mashkina. Oh my god. I need to get a photo. Can you go down? As far down as you can go. Look at the little baby! Look! I can't. I can't get low enough to see the baby. Trying to get a photo. It's so cute. Oh. Whoa. Alright, let's get out of this. Alright, so yeah, we got everything done that I've wanted to get done. Is it the baby kangaroo? Yeah. Let's get all these babies. All these little babies are gonna go in here. Just so that we can keep an eye on them. And we don't want any interbreeding. Look, it's so little. But yeah, I'm super happy with the way this turned out. I didn't think we were actually going to get a habitat done today. I really thought we were just going to do some planning and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's definitely what I was imagining. You can come here, sit like in the evening in these chairs, maybe by this fire, and just watch these koalas and stuff. And I think it'll look super cool when we have this super awesome resort here, this nice big modern resort. But I mean, doesn't this look phenomenal? I want to make this back bit chain link, but I'm worried it'll look weird to be able to see the people all walking back there. So we're not going to do that. We have another offspring. So let's go grab that one. I think y'all sleeping? Okay. Awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. We went a little bit further over than I wanted to go. If you want to see this build in the episode on YouTube, it should be uploaded sometime by Monday. Let's see, let's save this as 6. And we can get rid of 7, 8, and 9. I'm gonna save 9 just for now, just in case. But yeah, I'm super happy with the way this turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream here. Thank you for everybody who stopped by. I really appreciate it. We will be streaming tomorrow. I think we're going to be streaming Minecraft tomorrow because I have been in quite the mood to play Minecraft. So, I will post on my Twitter whether we'll be playing that or Airport CEO. So, hopefully I will see you there. Before we end off the stream, I'm going to send you guys a way to raid somebody. So, let's go see if anybody else is currently playing Planet Zoo. And we will send you over there. So, let's see. Search Planet Zoo. Currently 74 viewers. Awesome. So let's see if we can find someone with a relatively low view count. I'm going to send you over there. So let's see. Our zoo is thriving. We're going to send you guys to Wolf Queen. Alright. So tell her I said hello. Wolf underscore Queen. Alright. See you guys later. Oh wait, we gotta wait. It takes 5 seconds. I'm still not used to this whole rating thing. Yeah, let's just see what she's doing. Super cool. Oh, she's got a follower goal too, so. raid. It didn't let me raid. Raid. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm sending you guys over there. Tell her I said hey. We're raiding. Alright, I'll see you guys around. Bye!